Hi, my name is Pranka, and in this video we are going to discuss about biological classification class 11 chapter Kingdom Monera. So sole members of Kingdom Monera are bacteria. They are the most abundant microorganism and basically found everywhere. Now they can also live in another organism or on the another organisms, that is they can be classified as ectoparasites as well as endoparasites. Now, based on the shape, bacteria can be classified into four different types. If the shape is spear, it is coccus. If it is rod shaped, it is bacillus. If comma, then vibrio. If spiral shaped, then it is spirillum. Also, NCRT has this diagram, so do see which shape has flagella, which shape possess spores. Okay. Now it has simple structure but complex behavior. You have to remember this. This is the direct NCRT line is asked in many questions. Okay. Also, as groups show most extensive metabolic diversity, this is also the direct NCRT line. You have to remember it. Now, some are autotrophic. Some are autotrophic in the sense they synthesize their own food by inorganic substrate. Autotrophic means they can be photosynthetic autotrophs or they can be chemosynthetic autotrophs. Photosynthetic in the sense using sunlight they synthesize their own food. Now chemosynthetic in the sense using another substrates, chemical substrates, they synthesize their own food. Now, some are autotrophs, but majority are heterotrophs. Heterotrophs in the sense they depend on dead organic matter for their food. Now, archaebacteria, basically bacteria are classified into archaebacteria and true bacteria, that is eubacteria. Now, archaebacteria are special. How? Because they have different cell wall structure which enable them to live in extreme harsh conditions. For example, salty areas, which also called as halophiles, hot springs, thermoacidophiles, and marshy areas, that is methanogens. Now, marshy areas, these methanogens are present basically in the gut of ruminant animals. For example, cows and buffaloes. They feed on basically the cellulose, the plant matter, whatever the cows and buffalo take as food. So they release methane by they are basically obligate anaerobes. So there they release methane, which is used as biogas. Now, archaebacteria differ from eubacteria because they have this different cell wall structure. Eubacteria, second bacteria, these are true bacteria. They are basically characterized on the presence of rigid cell wall and flagella if they are motile. Now we study cyanobacteria, that is blue green algae under eubacteria. So they have chlorophyll A pigment, which is similar to basically the higher plants, and also they are photosynthetic autotrophs. They are unicellular, colonial or filamentous, freshwater or marine or terrestrial algae. You have to remember this thing because sometimes they do ask in question like they'll give you six characteristics and they'll say you what are correct for uh, cyanobacteria, and they can include in even these points like freshwater, marine or terrestrial algae on all these. Now, colonies are surrounded by gelatinous sheath. If you are confused between these terms and all, you can once refer the NCRT diagram of Nostoc cyanobacteria. In that, they have mentioned these gelatinous sheath and heterocyst and all. Okay, these cyanobacteria often forms blooms in polluted water bodies, and some fix atmospheric nitrogen that is free, not in an association basically. Freely they fix this atmospheric nitrogen in special cells known as heterocyst. Example, Nostoc Anabena oscillatoria also is an example of cyanobacteria. Now, heterotrophic bacteria, these are basically decomposers. Okay, they have significant impacts on human affairs. For example, bacteria are useful in curd making. You can see lactobacillus bacteria. These and all you will see in microbes. Basically, one chapter we have in 12th standard, and that you'll get a very clear idea of all these impacts of bacteria. Also, they are helpful in forming these, making these antibiotics and endofixation in legumes. Also, rhizobium. Now they can also cause diseases. Diseases they can cause to humans, plants, then crops and everything. So basically, diseases like cholera, typhoid, tetanus, citrus canker, these all are bacterial diseases. Now you have to remember these all names, that which disease is bacterial, which disease is virus. Basically, in 12th standard, you have this chapter called human diseases, and that you have to again like read these all things. Now reproduction, so basically bacteria mainly reproduce by fission, like they simply divide their cell material. Okay. Now under unfavorable condition, these produce spores. Now remember, unfavorable condition, not favorable condition, because in statement wise question they may change these and ask you. Now sort of sex, they also reproduce by sort of sexual reproduction, that is primitive type of DNA transfer. I don't think that you need to learn these all things, like many teachers they teach like the translocation and all those things. I don't think that these and all are necessary, because I have not, like we don't they don't ask these questions and all. If you want, you can for your info, but I think this reading these ncrt lines, remembering it like each and every word, I think it's enough. Okay. Now mycoplasma, so basically these are the smallest living cells. Now they can survive without oxygen. Now can survive, these we call it as facultative anaerobes. Now they completely lack a cell wall. Okay, remember. Now they also are pathogenic to plants and animals both. Now not all mycoplasma are pathogenic, but many are pathogenic, so remember this, not all. Okay. So that was it for Kingdom Monera. Thank you so much. Read all the NCRT lines like word to word. You have to read the diagrams and all. Don't miss anything. And thank you so much.